Hi everyone. It's been 8 years since I have qualified, and even now I come across people who ask me about my qualification, and I tell them I'm ACCA qualified, and then they come back saying, "Oh yeah, but you were very bright in school and you got good grades. Why didn't you consider doing a CA?" And it sometimes it gets really hard to answer this question, especially to people who really don't have the credentials to be asking this question, because they themselves have not gone through this procedure, through this process of getting qualified. But anyhow, with all due respect to these people, you still have to have an answer. And you just can't be saying, oh, you don't know about what is the difference between an ACCA or a CA. So I'm not going to be answering you that question. You can't be saying that. So this video is for all of you who have come across a situation like this. So what is the real difference? Well, firstly, I think the concept behind the difference between a CA or versus an ACCA or a CIMA or a CFA or a CPA qualification is that the chartered accountancy qualifications in India, Pakistan are known to be a ripper, because the pass rates are really low, and you've got very few people who end up qualifying, and they call themselves as chartered accountants. And that gives an impression, a false impression, that it's a qualification which is impossible to complete, and anyone who ends up qualifying is very smart and a genius person, and those who have failed, they don't deserve to be called as chartered accountants. Well, that's not true. They might be equally smart or even more smart than the ones who are passing, but then you've got this sort of controls in place to keep the pass rates very low. So the supply of chartered accountants in these markets is very limited, and that's how then these qualifications end up portraying themselves, that the people who end up qualifying end up earning this big salaries, because there are controls kept on the number. But does that make people who have other qualifications any less in comparison to these qualified people? Not really. You could not be a qualified individual, but you could be really smart and really efficient with the work you do. So I think one thing which needs to be clarified here is that what people need to understand is what makes me more employable, and then that depends on which country do you stay in. So if you plan to stay in India, if you plan to stay in Sri Lanka, if you plan to stay in Pakistan, and you want to work in these countries, then you shouldn't be doing an ACCA qualification. You should be going for the local CA qualifications, because that makes you more employable. But then if you think about working overseas, working in countries where you don't have formal chartered accountancy qualifications, for example in the UAE, in the Middle East in general, or overseas like the Western economies, or even in Australia and New Zealand for that matter, an ACCA, a CMA or a CIMA would do. So I think the whole point here is not about doing something which is close to being impossible to achieve, but trying to achieve something which makes me more employable. And if ACCA or CIMA or CFA serve that purpose, no, you may call it whatever. I've come across people who've got all those qualifications with them, so they're CAs, they're ECCAs, they're CIMAs as well, but they're not working in nice places. And then you've got people who are in process of being qualified and they've landed in good jobs. So it's not only about being qualified. There are so many other factors which play a good amount of role in our career prospects. And let's not ignore the lady luck. Let's not ignore the soft skills like communication, like your presentation skills, your age. Yeah, that plays a great role. So you've got so many things which contribute to your chances of getting a job. So I came across this individual yesterday, and he was telling me that his uncles have told him that if you end up getting any of these qualifications like ACCA or CIMA, your growth prospects are going to be limited. Please find me one who find me a qualification or an individual, and you can put that in the comment section if you know someone who's done something which offers him unlimited growth prospects. Please find me someone. I mean, dear uncles and dear aunties, you're not doing any favor to this person. You're actually trying to ruin his career by offering him such ill advices. There is no education in the world which can offer you unlimited growth prospects. Growth prospects, whether you're an engineer, a doctor, an accountant, whatever you are, will always be limited. You will have to top up your education, your experiences, and that is what facilitates your growth. There are so many CFOs and finance managers, and some of you would be watching this video right now who are not qualified, or who are in process of being qualified, or like me, who was planning to do a CA after my ACCA, but then I landed into a good job, and that helped me grow in my career, and I did not find any need of topping up my education. Till date, I haven't found the need of doing that. But will it stay like this in the future? Not really. Maybe next year, maybe after 2 years, I may feel the need that I need to top up my education. I need to study something different and find other growth prospects. So please do not consider these qualifications as your destination, but they're more like support and facilitators for your career. I hope I've tried to address this issue. Thank you for watching this video, and all the best to all of you. Do well in your career. Thank you.